What's going on, YouTube? It's Jay. I'm coming at y'all with another video, another reaction video. Today we are reacting to she dismembered her husband, but a receipt ruined her plan. Now, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's been going on, bro. I just been seeing like online a whole bunch of like people is killing their partners, taking them apart, doing all types of crazy shit, bro. Like, that's just weird. And that's like so wild to me, bro. Like, imagine, like, I don't know how somebody is even capable of even just like doing some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People like be really crazy out here. Like, I couldn't imagine, bro, just finding a loved one like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just somebody I love, whatever, bro. Like, that shit is sad. You know what I'm saying? But before I get started, y'all, make sure you do subscribe, like and comment, share this video with everybody. We finna get straight into it.
Female purchasing a sawzall at basically midnight. Buying a sawzall in the middle of the night.
Damn! What they say she bought? What is that? A saw? A sawzall? What did he just say? Hold on.
But it was a female purchasing a sawzall.
Okay, so whatever that is, I know that's just something that's the weapon that she used to dismember her partner. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is just crazy, bro. So she grabbed that, so that looks like a chainsaw, bro. You know what I'm saying? She pressed the button, bro. She was slashing that nigga up in pieces, bro. That's crazy.
Basically midnight. Buying a sawzall in the middle of the night. It's a little bit unusual.
Cops
lock her up.
The woman's credit card information, and the secret shopper is secret no more. Her name,
Watasha Dent McCaster,
but police are surprised by what they learn about McCaster.
was a student at a local college and had no criminal history, recently moved to the area.
In fact, the 22-year-old was an honors student at her...
What's crazy is, bro, like, okay, so they said that she doesn't have any background of, like, you know what I'm saying, any criminal background, nothing. So it's just like, imagine somebody that I guess you could say is normal going through life, and then all of a sudden she has the balls to just do that to her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy. Like, you mean to tell me I could look at somebody, be talking to somebody, and just think they normal this whole entire time, and then all of a sudden now my body is in pieces because of that person? I think that's just crazy, bro. Like, and people, they don't show no signs, but they end up doing it, of, like, you know what I'm saying, just doing something eventually, which I think is just crazy, bro. Like, no lie.
Her high school and regularly attended church.
Never heard a bad thing about her either.
Damn, she went to church?
But investigators placed the college student under round-the-clock surveillance, especially eyeing something routine as taking the trash out.
After she deposited on the curb,
Cops move in right away and secretly seize her garbage.
she tore up the floor tile. So again, an odd thing to find in trash.
Then alarm bells go off. One bag doesn't appear to be garbage at all. It's full of men's clothing.
When we started seeing soldiers' uniforms, we knew that there was someone that could have been living there with her.
But who? It's a...
Damn, so that's just crazy. So, like, her husband is in the military, and she decided, bro, this man is going out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he does in the military, that they might say later in the video, but, like, that's just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's serving our country, doing whatever, bro, you know what I'm saying? And his wife just chops him up. That's crazy, bro.
Short-lived question after investigators discover an identification card mixed in with the uniforms.
Norman Ramel McCaster was a citizen of Sangamon County. He was involved in the Illinois National Guard and a great member of this community.
There's a National Guard.
Something else about this National Guardsman. Norman is Watasha's husband.
Had recently moved to Springfield, Illinois with his wife.
Damn, Springfield, Illinois.
Detectives place a call to the Illinois National Guard. They are informed that Norman was a no-show at a recent mandatory drill. Cops decide it's time to have a chat with his young wife.
She invited us into her house.
What made her do this? Like, what did she find out about her husband? Or, like, what even persuaded her to even do some type of evil act like this? Like, I just want to know, like, what even makes, like, I don't know, bro. Like, how could, like, I don't know what type of situation or scenario would make someone want to do that.
House was very genuine, sweet, asked us if we wanted something to drink.
Watasha tells police their marriage has been on the rocks due to his drug addiction.
She told us that he left with some druggies from St. Louis. We asked her what kind of car. She didn't know. I remember specifically asking her what did he have when he left? She said just the clothes on his back.
But when detectives talk to Norman's dad, he's in total shock. He tells police his son doesn't do drugs, and what's more, he has no idea his son is even missing.
So you're telling me my son ran off. So you must don't know my son and the relationship that me and him have. He's not gonna run off.
Damn, so she lying. She lying about all that probably.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And
After Norman disappeared, Watasha didn't tell his family or police.
She didn't report her husband missing.
With growing suspicions, investigators contact the Illinois National Guard and make a very specific request, asking for a sample of Norman's DNA to compare it to the mutilated remains found in the woods.
Since he was in the National Guard, there is a DNA sample that is kept at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. So through the work of the Illinois State Police, taking a DNA sample from the torso, matching that up with DNA from Dover Air Force Base in Delaware.
And the results?
It was a match.
If we would tip our hand, it could blow the whole investigation.
That's crazy. And she just looked like a normal person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you could look at a person and you could see craziness on them, bro. But like, she just looks like a normal human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people could be walking, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, bro. Like, I don't put nothing past nobody. Nothing. You never know what anybody is capable of. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody. And that's the crazy part. You never know what they going through, what they're capable of, anything. Like, you know, say that's scary.
18 hours after a body is found in the woods by hunters, detectives have a DNA match between the torso and the missing soldier. 22-year-old National Guardsman Norman McCaster.
Just received that phone call. It just tears you.
That's sad. I feel bad for the pops.
It just tears you apart. That, you know, they hear that one of your kids is dead.
And investigators believe they know who is responsible. His own wife, Watasha.
Yup, lock her
They
up.
secretly had her under surveillance for weeks.
We wanted to gather the strongest case we could get against her.
Watasha agrees to meet with investigators.
We were helping the guard out on the missing.
So, and I think they said that she didn't even report him missing. That's crazy. She even making things more suspicious of herself. She's not even reporting her own husband missing, so.
Person who, according to them, is a missing person, Norman. That's why we came to talk to you. And we briefly spoke at your house, and you were nice enough to come over here with us, right?
Detectives ask Watasha about her relationship with her husband. She paints a picture of estrangement and abuse, starting with an argument over Norman watching porn.
It just threw me into the wall, and I got so nervous because, you know, that's my husband, you know,
Right.
and he never put his hands on me like that.
How long ago was that?
That was about like maybe 2 months ago.
Then detectives recall something odd they noticed at her house during their initial conversation with the young woman.
There was a calendar on the wall in the kitchen with the anniversary date all blacked out. Their 2-year anniversary was coming up, and Norman McCaster was not going to make that 2-year anniversary, and she was going to make sure of it.
You said your anniversary was Monday. I can't remember when you said it was.
So it was on the 6th. It would have made 2 years we would have been married, and I kicked him out on the 24th. Like, he got.
So she's saying that he was abusive or whatever, and she was saying that she caught him watching porn and all of that. But I just feel like, bro, like, I don't think nothing you could say like that. I don't even like that. What? Nothing that you could say could really, like, there's no excuse to dismembering your husband, bro. Like, if you really felt some type of way about that, bro, you leave that situation. You know what I'm saying? She obviously probably lying. You know what I'm saying? Even if she not, she's probably just trying to say things to try to make herself look better. But, like, you know, that's a crazy thing to do to somebody regardless of what they did. That's just, like, insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And even then, like, say if he was so abusive or whatever to her that she wanted to kill him because she was scared for her life, actually, you know what I'm saying, that type of case, I just still don't understand why you would go the extra mile to dismember him. So it's like,
Actually led to all his stuff on the 24th.
But detectives knew otherwise. They had already been through her trash, finding what appeared to be Norman's belongings, including his military uniforms, credit cards, and IDs.
And when he left, what did he take?
Everything.
Everything? You told us at your house that he left with nothing but the clothes on his back.
I mean, he got everything.
Did he?
Yeah. I didn't keep anything. I don't want to keep anything.
Well, you know why you didn't? You threw it all out in your garbage.
damn, busted.
That's why we're here. We know where Norman's at.
Where is it?
Dismembered in the woods somewhere.
No, I don't.
If we haven't made ourselves clear, this is a homicide, okay?
What's a homicide? Oh yeah, well, under arrest or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blady, you're going to
under
prison.
arrest for concealment of a homicide. There's nothing more. What I'd like to do is get this straightened out,
I
okay?
want a lawyer.
Pardon me?
I want a lawyer.
But Watasha is taken into custody and charged with first-degree murder, dismembering a body, concealing a homicidal death, and obstructing justice. At trial, prosecutors reveal the results of a forensic computer search performed on her laptop.
The computer searches, they all started around the beginning of June about how to kill your husband, how to kill a spouse and get away with it.
Damn. Damn, so he just said that she was searching up before things on how to kill your husband. That's crazy. So she been had this planned out, y'all. She been crazy, you know what I'm saying? So she fucked up in the head. She crazy. So imagine, damn, so they said June. I don't even know what month she killed her husband, but basically, you know what I'm saying? She still was planning this shit. Like, she was searching shit up, and that's just crazy. That's tough, bro. Rest in peace to him, and condolences to the family, bro, because, like, yeah, that's sad.
And the list goes on and on.
And prosecutors are just getting started when they call their star witness, a student who attended college with her.
He loaned a gun to Watasha. She then returned a day later, and it was missing 2 bullets. We believe that she shot Norman in the head with that gun. That's why his head was cut off with a reciprocating saw, and then his hands were cut off and his legs cut off. Either she thought that no fingerprints could be found, so they couldn't determine who, when the torso was found, who it was, or it made it easier because Norman weighed over 200 pounds.
Police were never able to determine other locations where body parts may have been scattered.
His head, his hands, his legs were never recovered.
It's a devastating reality for Norman's family.
Why would someone just do something like that to a person, period? That's not a human being to me. That's a monster.
After
That's
7
the
hours
devil.
of jury deliberation,
She's the devil.
Tasha is found guilty and sentenced to 78 years.
Tasha was a perfectionist. She had never failed at one thing. But her marriage was crumbling around her, and when it started to fail, she came up with a plan, and unfortunately she carried it out.
Since the horrific murder of Norman McCaster, his father tries to stay strong for the rest of the family by mourning his only son in private.
It's tough because every morning I go out to the car, I'll sit there and, I'll cry because that's how much I miss him. It meant a lot to me.
Yeah, yo, that's a sad situation, bro. I don't know. I don't know how you have the guts, or like, how do you have like the mental capacity to be able to like even just like do that to somebody? I think it's crazy. No matter what that person had done to you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there is no reason you would do that to somebody, bro. I don't know. She's just crazy, y'all. But if y'all did go ahead and enjoy the video, make sure you do subscribe, like, and comment for more content. I'll see you on the next one.